Let's Go 5000 says, Saint, Myron's in town all week. Can y'all film exhibition match? I bet money he give you the business.
That Myron gives me the business.
Apparently.
You know what I find strange? It's like, why can you respect...
If we would spar, it would be off camera because we'd be like, he's my nigga, man.
Like, and it's like, why do you respect...
Don't do that shit for people. Fuck them. You guys are friends. Fuck that.
Yeah. You know what it is?
Only if you don't like someone. Yeah, don't do that bullshit. If you spar, do it off camera.
Want to divide us?
Yo, so hard, bro.
So hard, bro.
Nah.
If someone touches Marquette, I'm punching him. Like, I'll fight him. I'll fight for him.
I love how Marquette,
like friends.
How he's like starts his point. He's like, you know, let me tell you. It's like this college dissertation.
I find it disturbing that you find two people you respect and admire and say, I want you to beat each other up. When there's so many psychopaths that we need to knock out first. Right? It's like there's a whole line of people. Some fat guy in Chipotle. I mean, there's a whole line of people, and you want to see guys you respect beat each other up.
I'll be hanging out with like Nick or Nate Diaz or something. Like, who wins between you in a fight? It's like, go fuck yourself.
Right?
You know? Why are you gonna fucking, we train together all the time. Why are you gonna fucking ask a question like that?
Stupid.
It's just looking to get smacked, you know.
And Marquette's been training
went off on
a lot
reporter
longer
one
than
time
me.
for
I would
asking
learn
that.
something from him. It would be a great experience. But why would we record that? Like, that's weird. Like,
it's no one's fucking business. You guys fight. You fight privately with your friends. You know?
In the interest of full disclosure, it was Marquette that said, "I'm going to debate Rollo Tomasi. You better show up." Like,
debate, right.
You know I'm coming.
And it honestly, it hurts me because it's like there are things you guys teach and there are things that I teach, and I do believe there's a such thing as good people, and I do believe there is such thing as wicked people, and good people have to stay together because there's not a ton of us.
No, there ain't.
And we do have a fight to put up. And when I see people saying things like that, I'm like, you're not learning from us. That's a wicked instinct, and that's often what we're dealing with when we're dealing with women today. Like, for example, when you're saying women have more experience with dating, when I'm thinking about what I think you mean is they have more experience with manipulation. Like it's instinct. So we have to learn how to deal with manipulation. We have to get trained on that, whereas they do that as smoothly as blinking and breathing because it's instinct. And so it's like when we have to deal with all this wickedness, we have to deal with managing our women, and then we have to deal with the society that we're in, the government that's trying to take our freedom. It's like, why would you think of having us fight each other? It like hurts me because it's like, damn, don't you have respect for me or for Myron? Like, say if he could beat the snot out of me, why would you want to see that? Or if I could beat the snot out of him, like, why would you want to see that?
What y'all should be looking at is like, yo, if somebody touches one, like they're gonna fight together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's what it is. I've known you now for what, 3 years now? Like almost.
Time?
Right?
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah. And we were early on.
Enormously. So if we were to, number one, he's more experienced in boxing than me. And I would learn from him, and it would be a great experience. So, like, I'm humble enough to say that. But, like, that's weird when people say that shit. It's strange. And as a professional fighter, that's something that you never ask somebody,
I've had
right?
guys educate with my friends. They ask us, like, who wins? It's like, go fuck yourself. We train together. That's between us. That ain't between anyone else. You know, what do you want me to do? Talk shit to my friend or him talk shit on me? That's just so disrespectful.
And it's not basketball, right? Like, you don't play fighting,
exactly.
Right?
It's like serious training. So dudes be like, who wins between you? It's like, go fuck yourself. You're literally trying to instigate us. Like, that's private sessions where we go and beat the fuck out of each other.
Just coming from a professional fighter that beat the shit out of you for saying that, so there you go. That's the etiquette.
I think people maybe they just don't realize how disrespectful it is when guys say that.
Yeah.
I know Nick Diaz went off on a reporter once because they asked him like, "Oh, well, who would win between you and your brother?" And instead of getting answered, he goes, "Go fuck yourself." Like what? You know, walked out of the interview, which is what he should have done.
Right.
Like trying to instigate a fight between him and his brother.
You know, there was a time I would have disagreed with you about wicked people, but 2023 has taught me different. Absolutely taught me different, man. People always say, Ryan Stone told me this. He said, you know what? He says, you're red pill about women, but you are not red pill about guys. And I go, yeah, you were right. I learned how to be more red pill about men.
Hate your audience a little bit.
Yeah, hate your audience.
And you gave me some great advice perspective on certain persons in the space that was very straightforward, honest, and accurate. And you said it before it happened. Then it happened. I was like, you warned about that. And I appreciate that. And you know, I don't want to make the person who sent in their super chat feel bad, but I do want men to think before they speak. Like it's our responsibility as
critical
men
thinking. Yep.
Before we speak, because we won't be forgiven like women and children. Like I've seen situations where like a guy bumps into a guy, that could end up being the end of your life because people are not all well upstairs. But if a woman bumps into the same person, you know, it's just like, you know, and she just carries on with life. A kid bumps into, they just carry on with life. Like men, we really need to be thinking out here. It's a serious world. I encourage men to be a serious man. That's your primary mode of being. We need to be more militant and more thoughtful, not behaving like children and women. And they said that in The Godfather too, didn't they?
Yes.
These boys need to pay attention.
Yes. What was it? You know, women. I can't do the accent. Like women and children can be irresponsible. Men cannot be responsible.
That's right.
Yeah. They can't make mistakes. I think that's what.